Yeah, very good, mate. Very good. So the opening contest, we've got the welterweight contest. We've got Muhammad Ali Zahid, and this is his ninth contest. And he's in against the experienced Dario Barroso, who I don't think he's going to pose much of a test, but he's durable, and I think he's hopefully going to give Muhammad some rounds.
Yeah, it looks the way, judging on his record. He doesn't win very many, he's only won the once, but he still seems durable, and I think Muhammad's decided to jump on him early, yeah.
Yeah, Muhammad's had the 8 fights. He's not had any stoppages as yet, and I know it's listed as a welterweight fight, but BoxRec got Muhammad Ali down as a super welterweight, so I think he's going to have a bit of size advantage and strength advantage, so maybe he's going to get his first stoppage tonight.
Yeah, he looks like he's going for it. He started quick enough.
His nickname's the Diabetic Kid because he was diagnosed when he's 5 years old with diabetes, and he applied for a professional boxing license in 2015, but he rejected it to start off with. So he had a bit of a battle on his hands, and he managed to win him over and get his license, and he's become the first ever boxer with type 1 diabetes to compete. So good for him.
Yeah, it's an amazing story, to be honest with you. Obviously the battles he's going through daily with diabetes, to come through that and become a professional boxer is something else.
Yeah. So he's been a pro for about 5 years now. He's only had the 8 fights, and he's 30 years old. Do you think how he's started here, his intent, do you think he's kind of getting to a stage in his career where he wants to be knocking these guys over and pushing on with his career?
I think it looks that way. It looks like he's forced it a little bit. I'd like to see him just keep his distance, get his jab out, and then try and create the openings a little bit more. But I think with not having any knockouts, I think it's probably playing on his mind a bit now. He wants to lose that tag now and get his first knockout under his belt.
And is it like the old saying, if you go looking for a knockout, Stephen, you don't find it necessarily?
No, it becomes so tough when you start loading up. You're telegraphing punches without even realising it.
Yeah.
And when you tense up as well, the power's not there. Sometimes you need to relax and let the speed take over.
Yeah.
Speed equals power, and you find you hear people a lot more when you're not really looking for it.
Got some really good fights tonight. I mean, most of the guys we've got on are quite new in the career. They're just starting out. How important are these fights where you get an overseas fighter coming? They're quite durable. They present you with a few problems, but they're probably not going to beat you, but they'll present you with a few problems. How important is it to use them as learning fights?
It's massively important, for your own career and your own development. You've got to be able to do it here now against these imports who are coming over to give you a few rounds, to be able to go and do it in the big fights when you eventually step up, all being well.
Yeah.
If you can't expect us to flick a switch in if it's to happen, so you've got to get things right on these bills, and progress naturally as you should.
Yeah.
Show your development while you're in there.
So with fights like this, I suppose it's more about how you win rather than you win, and
yeah.
I imagine there's a lot of work that's going on in the gyms, and then when you get in the ring, you're obviously looking to put that into action.
Yeah, I think learning's done in the gym, of course, but learning's done on the night as well. You've got to learn these fights, and you've got to show your coach, show yourself, show your fans what you have been learning and what you are working on. And if you've been practicing stuff in the gym, I imagine it's not more refreshing for your coach than to see you trying to put it into action. Everybody just to be working them things in the gym and then just getting in and going all over the place. And you want to see your progress you're making in the gym actually being shown in the fight, and that's what you've got to try and do on these nights.
Yeah. Just saw a little bit of action there, just a bit of a replay, just showing what we've been saying really. Muhammad Ali, so he just on the front foot trying to force it a little bit. Yeah. And I think when he gets back to the corner, maybe they'll calm him down a little bit. Yeah,
I think now hopefully the corner have spoken to him. He might relax a little bit now and start seeing him work this jab like he seems to start on it now.
Talking of the corner work, do you consider yourself a good reader of boxing?
Yeah, I think I can read the fight well. I think I'll make a good cornerman one day. I think when I'm ready to get back into boxing, it would be the route to go down. I think I prefer sort of training fighters to the management side and the business side. I think it's actually in there in the boxing what I want to be involved with.
Yeah. Nice jab to the body. I think it's very important for Muhammad here to use his jab.
Yeah, you can see his opponent's looking for sneaky counters now. He's trying to walk him onto a shot. I think his corner's told him that. Obviously, Muhammad's trying to force the pace, and he's he's bowling a little bit in the first round, so I think his corner have told him now, be cute and pick some nice single counters, and he looks to be looking for that.
And you hear everyone talking about use a jab. How important is it to have a variety of jabs? Because if you put the same jab out, there's a chance you get encountered.
Yeah. You become so easy to read when you just throw the same jab all the time. If it's just a single boom, 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 then it's not really going to open the fight up. Where when you mix up the speed, mix up the level, and mix up the power in the jab, it's so hard to beat a good fighter with a good jab. It becomes so much harder to beat.
What I like here from Mohammed, I probably want to see him a bit more, is just to put those body shots in. Guys, it's a very, very tough to the head. Sometimes you've got to find another route, haven't you?
Yeah,
sinks him in downstairs, see how much you actually want it.
Yeah, and it doesn't take like a fight-winning body shot. Sometimes just landing one and letting him feel it makes him wary of the next one. So all of a sudden he'll create an opening in his head. If he's sort of dropping his elbow a little bit more now because he knows he's looking for the body, and you switch it to the head, you'll find that you'll create a lot more openings just by landing one decent body shot.
So when you were starting out, Stephen, and you'd have an opponent like this, would it be important to get out and impose yourself and, not let them grow in confidence, not let them get any momentum and put them on the back foot and let them know, look, this is my town, this is my country, and I'm gonna dictate the fight?
Fighters with losing records, I think a lot of them decide early whether they can win the fight, whether it's worth them sort of exerting themselves, or whether it's a bit safety first mechanism. And I think I like to let the fighter know he was in with a top kid straight away, but I also try my best not to be over eager and not to be forcing things. Listen, easier said than done. When you've been through a full training camp and you've got a load of fans and friends all turning up, paying their money to watch you, then you want to impress. So it's a very easy thing to do, to be over eager. Yeah.
What you making of the second round? Do you think he's made any adjustments?
Yeah, I think he's still forcing the pace a lot, but I do think he's having a lot of success now. I think he's getting to him now. I thought in the first 30 seconds he started throwing us some nice counters at Mohammed, but I think he worked him out there and he was really getting to the second half.
Yeah, Barroso looks a bit red round the face. He's blowing heavy as well.
I don't think he's enjoying the pace.
No. So you're talking early before the fight's about obviously Liam's emphatic win over Chris Eubank. You broke it down really, really well. I mean, that must be a massive high for the family, massive lift.
Yeah, it was a massive night. We've had world title winning nights and we've had some special nights as a family where we're really looking really blessed to have been through. But that was one of the best nights just because of the atmosphere in the MEM was one of the the Arena now, whatever it's called. One of the best I've ever been at, and the fact that it was so like vocal all behind Liam was so impressive for us as a family.
Is there more pressure for Liam fighting someone like Eubank than if he went to America to fight Canelo? Because obviously you can imagine if he would have lost to Eubank, it would have been a nightmare, wouldn't it?
It's more that, it's just the risk of losing, obviously.
Yeah.
Losing to Eubank would have been a nightmare, do you know what I mean? But Liam openly said that before the fight. Liam's very honest in his breakdown of fights, and before the fight he said, "Nah, I'll struggle losing to you," and he was open about it. And he would have, do you know what I mean? It wouldn't be a nice person to lose to just because of the arrogance of the man, know what I mean? So the fact that he's done the job he done on him, he also got a lot of plaudits about it. He's had a lot of good reviews, so he's happy in himself and he's looking forward to the rematch.
When one of your brothers are fighting, or even when you was fighting, is it as it would appear on the telly that you're all together? You kind of sit down, you talk about the fight as well.
Yeah, we prepare a lot together. Obviously, we spend a lot of time with each other, but on the night it's tough because you get nervous when it's your brothers, because there's nothing you can do about it other than shout instructions, you know what I mean? But it's tough to watch, but we're all in there together, we go through it together.
Just back to the action in the ring, Muhammad Ali is just working him over a little bit now, and you can see Barroso's just trying to move, keep changing the target, and don't really want to get involved, does he?
Yeah, I really like his distance in this round. He's holding his distance, he's keeping the gap, and he's landing the jab and creating openings now. I think he's just got to be wary of them one-punch counters. If he can switch on to them, I think he's really getting to him now. You can see him breaking him down here and getting the stoppage.
Yeah, he's quite bullish in his approach tonight, Muhammad Ali. And I think he's probably sensing that there could be a stoppage on the cards. Sometimes those little short uppercuts are quite sickening, aren't they?
Yeah.
Just knock the life out of you a little bit.
So he's keeping the gap now to get a good range for his shots.
Nice little left up to the body there. I mean, Barroso's tough, and his record suggests that as well, and you can see why.
Yeah, Barroso's definitely a tough man, but as you say, Muhammad keeps landing these shots and keeps varying his angles for his punches. I think he'll get to him eventually. And
I think you hit the nail on the head last round when you talk about the work rate. I think it's the work rate for Muhammad Ali. He's just got to make Barroso work when he doesn't want to work.
Good right hand now.
Yeah.
He's having a look. Game kid, Barroso. He's fighting back. Do you know what I mean? He's definitely he's earning his money tonight.
Yeah. Good round, good entertainment, yeah.
Very good round.
And Muhammad will learn from this, won't he? If a fighter comes and he's throwing a few back in that, so he'll obviously remind Muhammad he needs to stay switched on, because I think sometimes when you fight these journeymen and you just cover up and stay around, you don't get punished for your bad habits, do you?
No, I think that it's better when something's coming back at you. You know, you learn to be able to keep your head off the line, to avoid punches coming back. And you know, if you're just going to be unloading and not coming back at you, then you may as well just stay in the gym and in the bag. So it's good learning for him. And you know, he's took a couple tonight, so he'll stay switched on to make sure he avoids them punches in future.
Corner, 10 seconds.
Just looking at the action there, just back on the screen. You can see that he's trying to sink the heavy shots in.
Round 4.
So I think Muhammad's he's still trying to force the pace, but I think he's keeping his distance a lot better now than what he was in round 1.
Yeah.
If you look at his feet placement now, he's in range to punch all the time because he's holding his distance better.
I mean, just the fact that Muhammad's in the ring speaks volumes because of his diabetes and how hard he's had to fight to get there. But he's got aspirations of going all the way. Can you see the qualities there?
Yeah, he's throwing all his shots, and as the fight's going on, he's mixing his variety up a lot better, which is pleasing for his coaches, I'm sure. You know, he's not just throwing all the same punches, he's mixing the variety up, which will put him in better stead going forward.
Yeah.
As I say, he's got to stay switched on to these counters, but you know, he's progressing nicely.
And we've said a couple of times he's forcing the pace, he's fighting at a high work rate, and he looks like he's got a good engine. He's not blowing, looks like he could probably do this all night.
Yeah, I think Barroso's feeling the pace. I think Muhammad looks pretty fit.
You think if he maybe turn some of these 2-punch combinations into 4-punch combinations, 6 maybe?
Yeah, I think he may start doing that as the fight's moving on and less is coming back. I think he might start upping his output a little bit more, with his hands.
And do you think he's ready for next level, or do you think another couple of learning fights like this get a bit of momentum behind him?
These fights don't do him no harm. I think it's one of them. The more shots that are coming back at him, the more he'll learn about himself. He's landed a lovely right hand there.
Yeah, he definitely felt that Barroso on his bike a little bit now.
Trying to fire that left hook to body in, but I like to see him just dress it up a little bit first, maybe like putting up a cut before it.
Yeah.
Just to make him lift the elbow a little bit. If you can tap the head first and then try and get behind the elbow with the left hook, I think he'll have more success with it.
Yeah, another busy round. Got to be careful not to let frustration sneak in now, I suppose, because it's been looking so far that he's had the opportunity to stop him and he might get a stoppage. But sometimes I think you get to the stage in a fight where you're like, maybe the stoppage ain't going to come. You've then got to stay switched on, haven't you, and not get frustrated.
Yeah, I think more emphasis is on that with Muhammad because he hasn't had the stoppage yet.
Yeah.
And I think that'll be playing on his mind, so it will cause him to force his work a little bit when he wouldn't naturally. But I think once he gets that stoppage done, I think he'll have progress in his career because that's sort of behind him then, and he can relax and keep letting the shot throw it, in a regular fashion as he would normally.
When it comes to stoppages, Stephen, do you think it's a fighter's pride that wants stoppages on his record? Because do you think a puncher's born, or do you think you can develop a puncher?
I do think both. I think I do think your punches are born, but I do think you can develop power with technique and relaxation. I do think power can grow. But,
yeah.
But I do think natural bangers are natural. I do think there's people born with that type of freaky power where they just bowl people over.
And if you was a fighter and you wasn't much of a puncher and he's more of a boxer, is it, as a trainer, is it trying to get through to your fighter, look, forget about it, don't try and be a puncher, stick to your own style?
100%, use your own attributes, your attributes and what you're good at are what are going to make you successful.
Yeah.
If you're not, haven't got the best power, then don't fight relying on power. Use your skills, use your footwork or your speed or whatever your best attributes are. If you can use them, to the best, to make it your advantage, then you're going to do better.
These journeymen are smart, aren't they, Steve?
Yeah, I think this is an important round for Muhammad here. I think if he lands and has a good success in this round, I think he may get him through. I think if he gets through this round, though, I think Brooks might see the finish line and sort of hold on and get himself through. Just keeps firing back with the odd counter just to keep himself alive in the fight.
Yeah, he's smart, isn't he? He's moving, hands up, and like you say, he's firing back just every now and again just to let him know he's there.
It's the likes of here where Muhammad's got to up his variety and maybe, as I say, lift his head up and then go to body, or mix it between the head and body or something, just to try and create the openings a little bit more.
I think you made an interesting point last round about just disguising your shots a bit more, a few more traps, like just tap to the head and whip it to the body and really try and catch him out, because if he knows the shot's coming, he's going to tense up for it.
Yeah, but Oaks has had 26 fights, he's had 26 opponents all coming at him, throwing these type of shots.
Yeah.
He's very switched on, he knows what to do, he's got a very, turtle shell type of guard, and it's going to be hard to break down unless, you do something different and you disguise it a bit more and you're throwing shots where he doesn't know is coming. You'll do that by lifting his head up or mixing the levels of the shot.
Yeah. The referee's he's got his eye on Barroso away. Is there a case as well if your Muhammad is just to put a flurry of shots in? And
yeah, you could do that. You could get a stoppage here if you wanted. I think you could, as you say, up the output. If you back him into the corner, don't let him out that corner. Just keep throwing shots, and I'm sure the referee will jump in. But it's one of them for your own development.
Yeah.
Does it always progress you nicely? Not really. It flatters your record a little bit. But
yeah,
if you're someone like Muhammad who hasn't had the stoppage yet, then why not? No,
yeah.
I wouldn't begrudge him. He's working hard enough anyway.
So going back to Liam's fight against Chris, thought he looked great when he come out in the first round. He looked like a really fresh Liam Smith. He was on his toes, he was moving his head, he was jabbing. It was lovely to see. And if anything, it looks like, a lot of people kind of look at Liam as coming to the end of his career. He looked as fresh as ever.
He's rolling back. He's having a new lease of life.
Yeah.
We all keep laughing at him with his grey hair and stuff and saying, Benjamin Button, he's going backwards. But he's it's weird in boxing, and any like professional will tell you, it becomes tough, making weight and stuff like that in your 30s. And Liam got an opportunity to move up in weight, and it wasn't necessarily down to like a bad night or a loss. Liam was on good form. and an opportunity came the weight above,
Check it
and
out.
it sort of
For the 6th.
coincided
And
with
the
it being 34.
Yeah.
And it was the best thing that could have happened to him. You know, his last camp was amazing. He didn't have to kill himself and boil down.
Yeah.
You know, he's a big 154, so he'll be the first to tell you, you know, it's tight to do it. So having that extra few pounds, it was a godsend for him, and he looked like he as you say, had a new lease of life, and he literally bounced into that fight, and you've seen the performance from him.
So he's teamed up with Joe McNally. What do you think Joe's brought to his game?
Yeah, just the freshness, to be honest
Yeah.
with you. I think you know, Joe's just been a family friend for many years. You know, we grew up together.
Oh,
so
good right hand.
lovely right hand. We grew up together, very close to the family, good family friends, as I said. So we're close anyway with Joseph and Declan, and I think it's just been the freshness really. They've got Liam in the gym, and you know what, they've gone through what he's good at. They've tried to iron out a few faults, and they've just kept it fresh with Liam, and you've seen the new lease of life he's got, and you know, he's loving his boxing again, which is a good thing.
Yeah, happy fighter, dangerous fighter.
Yeah, exactly that, especially when you get to sort of, you know, in your 30s, you're at the stage of your career where sort of your next loss is your last probably, and
Yeah.
we knew that with Liam. We knew it was a big fight going into it. Liam made no secret of it. You know, if he gets beat, he'd struggle losing, and he possibly would do in the end. So we know how big every fight is. So keeping him fresh and keeping him happy was massively important. And you know, he's in really good form at the minute, and you know, he's really happy.
Just Mohammed just closing him down again, just kind of clubbing him, and you can sort of see the pace of the fight's been set, hasn't it? And the nature of the fight, he's just going to be walking after him, clubbing him, trying to obviously force that stoppage.
He's looping the right hand over the top a lot. It looks a big shot, but I'd like to see him just straighten it up a bit, just a bit more crisp, because I think the wider shots are becoming easier for him to his opponent to catch on the arms, and again that's just through just disguising a little bit more. See, that was a lot better then. It was a lot straighter and sharper, and got a good shot.
Good left
got
up.
a better chance of catching him. I think it might be a case of one of them just fast flurries now, just to get the ref to
Yeah,
jump in.
because the ref's having a good
all
look.
the big shots. He's having a look at him now. Oh, he's won.
That seemed a bit harsh. What did he take the point of fair for?
He's earned his money tonight, but also he's really had to go.
Yeah.
Because I think you know, Mohammed's really fit. He's put a good pace in here for 6 rounds, and he's threw a hell of a lot of shots. So for him to still be here around 6, fighting back like this, you know, he's earned his money.
This is the second Vinco show I've commentated on. I've been impressed with the matchmaking, and even this is good matchmaking. Even though Barroso probably was never going to get the win, it's given Mohammed the experience he needs.
100%. I think, you know, you look at his record, and you know, it looks a walkover. But if you look at him here, 30 seconds left. Look at, he's still swinging from the floor. He's had the right going.
Yeah.
You know, every credit to him. He's come. He's earned his money.
Yeah, fair play to him. Fair play to him. And just going back to the stoppages, if he starts stepping up the levels and people are coming a bit more and throwing the shots, might give a bit more opportunity to get the stoppage.
It's a weird thing in boxing, but a lot of seasoned pros will tell you it's easier getting stoppages in a fight when someone's trying to win than there is with these journeymen who are coming to cover up.
Yeah.
And that might sound daft because the journeymen aren't really trying to win in a lot of people's eyes, but you know, when they're throwing themselves, they're more vulnerable to be hit.
Just watching the replay there, Barroso was giving some good shots back. He gave a good account of himself, but I think the freshness, the fitness and the ambition of Muhammad Ali was just a bit too much for him.
Yeah, 100%. He really fired out. He tried his best, and he has to say it's money.
So I don't think there's any doubt this is a win number 9 here for Muhammad Ali Zahid. Let's say a valuable 6 rounds.
Yeah, he'll be happy in himself and his own performance.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see what weight he sits at. You know, he's 30 and he looks in good shape. think he was 10-9 or 10-11.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, after 6 rounds of boxing, we go to our scoring judge here at ringside. Mr. Stephen Gray scores the contest 60-53 for your winner, Muhammad Ali Zaki.
Yeah, 60-53, just the point off. I'm not sure why he took the point off. Did you notice?
No, I didn't see what it was. I don't know whether it was maybe thrown on the break. I'm not too sure what it was, but I don't think it done him